Okay, y'all, you see all them ants? I decided to try the rice trick. Now, I know a lot of people say that the rice will kill the birds, but I got a remedy for that too. There. I put a bucket up there, and so the wind don't blow the bucket over, I put a rock on top of it. So, when I get through with this, I'll take and remove the bucket and cover whatever rice is left over up so no bird can get it. So y'all ain't got to worry about it. I'm not a bird killer.
I just picked up cafe latte, and it says supports immune health and equals 1 cup of coffee.
There you go. Coffee's what's important.
Yeah. Why are you putting your hat on? You don't have that thing on your head anymore.
My hair's a mess.
Well, you
Y'all, those people don't see me like this. I look like some kind of a raggedy old man. So,
you're just your normal self. We're normal people. We are not any fancy YouTubers.
Yeah, we ain't. Okay, I'm going to shave tomorrow, by the way.
On Sunday?
I shave every Sunday before I go to my Sunday meeting. Anyways,
look at that big old tree that fell on that house. Jeez.
So how'd y'all like the way I did those ants? So by the way, this is Mariah and I'm Wes. We're from East Tennessee, specifically, might as well say Maryville, Tennessee. We live right on the outskirts of Maryville in a little place called Greenback, but it's just a spot. Anyways,
we have 2 red lights now. One on 411 and one in Greenback.
We do have 2 red lights. Anyways,
wait, we don't have a red light in Greenback. We only have 1. There's no red light in Greenback down there, is there? There's a stop sign. We only have 1 red light in Greenback.
Yeah. Anyways, so y'all noticed this morning I put the rice on top of the anthill.
And here I was just going to put some poison and just kill their little butts.
Yeah. But you notice I've covered it up with a can so the birds can't get it. And when all the ants are dead, hopefully if that happens, y'all seen them swarming up there, then I'll take the bucket off and I'll bury the rice. So no worries about it. We're not going to kill no birds here. It's hard to believe that would actually kill birds because birds eat grass grains. That's what they eat on. And as far as I know, birds are like chickens. They don't have a stomach. They have crawls. That's what fowls have. So I don't know how much I believe that, but I did look on the internet and I seen a couple of people say that. But that's hard to believe. I mean, they'd really have to eat a whole lot of rice.
I don't know. Rice swells though.
Yeah, it does swell.
That's why it's so filling. Darn rice.
So, yeah, I'm going to, and I'm going to just keep covering it up with a bucket.
I think it's going to take a long time to kill that particular ant.
I don't know. We'll keep track of it. And y'all seen how all the ants were stirring around on top of the hill this morning. So I'm going to keep track of it.
I don't see how those ants could eat a piece of rice. It's so big compared to them.
Well, they got little chompers, you know.
I know, but it's so big.
No, they chop it up into dust.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I stayed up.
And they carry it down to their little ones.
I'm not thinking correctly because, you know, I stayed up like a rock star last night.
Yeah, we are just going to do a fraction of the work today. It's 11:17 right now, and we're just starting. And we've got another little mulch job to do, a little landscaping job. Add to the finishing the mulch, and about 3 yards. Of course, one of them's kind of large, and that's all we're going to do today. I've got. See, this is the 5th day of mowing this week, isn't it?
6th.
Did we work 2?
Oh no, this is the 5th.
Yeah, and they're calling for rain next week. Now, I'm going to really try to get it back down to 4 days of mowing.
I don't see how that's possible. You know, Matthew was looking at small trucks last night.
Why?
He wants to buy a small truck to do side jobs. He wants to buy like a Ford Ranger or something, just so he doesn't have to carry his weed eater in his car.
That'd be a good idea. I've got plenty of side work. I have turned down so many landscaping jobs. There's just not enough people out here doing landscaping.
He's looking.
But I just don't have time. I've always said that mowing was our bread and butter. So we always keep a healthy list of lawns to do because they're every week. Every week.
Matthew's looking for like a Chevy S10, a Ford Ranger, a Toyota Tacoma, I think he said. A small truck. Said he wants to use Tuesdays and Thursdays to do extra jobs. Because he's trying to save up money for winter.
He can do quite well.
He's got $1,000 saved up so far for winter.
Yeah, if you do this kind of work, you better have enough savvy to save up a little money for
But
winter.
he said he at least that music wasn't rap or something.
Oh, man.
Really nice music.
You know, I fill up with gas. I don't know if y'all heard that guy's music. He had, well, he's a real Tennessee redneck. More so than me. And you got to wonder, how much IQ does it take to smoke while you're pumping gas? I mean, really, what kind of IQ does it take?
I guess they don't feel like there's any danger in that, which is kind of dumola. But
Actually, there had been instances where trucks had caught on fire or cars and all that because the fumes, is what gets caught. I mean, the fumes is what explode, but you got to think, I used to smoke, and I never smoked while filling up my gas. And a lot of people you see around here, they start filling up their car and they want to take a smoke break, they go away from the pumps. I mean, Lord, kids, come on. Don't smoke while you're filling up your gas tank. Well, the other day we was over here working. Y'all probably remember on the last video I said lost footage. The fact is, we did that little section down there, but we didn't bring enough mulch. I didn't think it'd take that much. So we went and got another 11 bags to finish this part right here. And you see I got it thrown right there on the side of the trailer, just 11 bags. So we're going to do that and finish this little mulch job, and then we got to go do another mowing. So I want to show y'all something. This person here has me come every year for a little cleanup in her bed. Pull a few weeds. Now over there you can see where crabgrass coming up. So of course we had to spray that with something, kill the crabgrass. But this bed here is 4 years old. I mulched it 4 years ago. Now, the other one we did today, I mulched it 3 years ago, and there was a little plastic showing, but my point is I cut trees and hedges out of both beds, and they didn't want them to grow back. I mean, big trees on this bed. I'll go over there and show you. Anyways, I used a thick mill plastic, and the trees and the hedges never came back. Now, I know ordinarily I use felt, but they was pretty confident they did not want anything else coming up in these beds. So you see this? I actually put a 6 mil plastic, real heavy duty. You can see it's still good, not rotted or anything, not deteriorated. Of course, as long as the sun don't hit the plastic, they don't break down anyhow. Now, we definitely need to, I've talked to her, we definitely need to get in here and do a little bit more mulching, because it's been 4 years. The mulch breaks down. But in here, you see where this plastic is here? This is a tree I cut. It didn't grow back. They're dead. You see this? You can see this root here coming up. Well, it's not coming up. You can tell it's a juniper root. But now, all through here was trees and bushes. And it's all dead. 4 years now. And that's what it looks like after 4 years. So, you know, not bad. She has me come over at least once a year and just do a little bit of weed eating and stuff, because her older son, he does the mowing, but there ain't nobody weed eats over here, so I just come every few months and weed eat for him. But it's a pretty good deal. Do you know how long it's been since I cut the trees and the hedges out of that bed?
Yeah, a long time.
And mulched it? 4 or 5 years. And look how clean it still is. Mm-hmm. And this just like the other bed that we just did. And actually I've got about a handful, and they stay beautiful. If you'll use that heavy grade plastic and throw the mulch to it, it looks beautiful. And yeah, it's true. I don't get as much work out of it, but that's okay. And you know, as a whole, I know a lot of people don't like to use plastic. They like to use felt, and I do too. But under their circumstances,
they're old.
They wanted to make sure the trees didn't come back up, and they want a low maintenance bed. And they paid a little bit more for the little extra work, and that's cool. But I'm very proud about how the beds has held up. So anyhow, me and Mariah, we're going to go mow a couple now. Look at that yard.
Yeesh.
So,
that was high.
I was watching Carl and Rachel. And Carl was saying how Mr. Scalpy's back. And I know I have 2 yards that people go and they mow uber low. And it's so low that we cannot match their height. And they mow in our yard, and it's all crooked, and they don't make it straight or anything. Okay, y'all, we're going to set you up right here so you can watch the people play on the lake today. Y'all see our Mr. Scalpy? Okay. Did y'all see my Mr. Scalpy? He does it on both sides of the, well, this neighbor over here mows it really low. He doesn't weed eat or anything. He just mows real low. And the other neighbor does mow lower than what we mow, but it's not that noticeable. But But just know here, he hits the dirt.
We are going to read the comments from the last one, naturally kill ants. The very first one is Happy's Lawn Care and Landscaping. Interesting about the ants. It doesn't wash away, so I want to try it. Houses are expensive, which we would have bought when we first moved here 12 years ago. Thanks for the video. That is Carl and Rachel, and they live in, like outside of Asheville somewhere.
Yeah.
Nice people. Wild Bill.
Wild Bill!
I used those yellow ramps to get the blades off. I've never seen straightening a blade that way before. But I'm going to say it will work. I have confidence in you, Wes.
It actually did work. I didn't get the 100% bow out of it, but it's good enough to use if I wanted to, because we mow high anyhow. It's kind of forgiving. But, yeah, I thought it would break too. Did you see how the block is I put on? Way high. I mean, I bit the heck out of that thing. And I was really afraid it might break. That's why I put that board on it. But it actually worked. I was shocked that I was actually able to unbend it. But, I mean, look, they get bent. Surely you can unbend them.
Then he says, my mom always has a problem with ants. Really, rice? Well, I'll have to try that. I know those truckers like no inspection stations, and you definitely got to change the oil. Speaking of tires, I had a small trailer that was given to me, and I had it in the church lot because the pastor let me park it down there on the lower lot. I had it for a while and saw it today, and someone took the tires, the axle, the wood for higher size. Basically, they gutted it.
You're kidding me.
Yes, I will pass on the blessing.
That's terrible.
Great video. God bless Western Ryan.
Man, people steal anything anymore.
And then Jay's Crazy Cut says, I didn't think that would work on the blade. That's a nice looking green shirt. Looks comfy.
Yeah, it was pretty comfortable.
And then Exterminator says, sadly,
Exterminator, isn't it?
Yeah, Exterminator. Sadly, rice kills birds in the same way. That's why people quit throwing rice at weddings. Ever need pest control tips, let me know. Been licensed since 2001. I've straightened blades with a vise, never used my truck. But I'd say that
I ain't got no vise, man.
If it was rolled and just bent up or down. Awesome videos always, and same here in Johnson City. People are moving here in high numbers, mostly from California and New York. I noticed all the new builds around me are from the same two states. The Bull's Garden said, let me know if that rice works. You guys are awesome working on the yard. Man,
Bull don't need to worry about anything working. He got them chickens. You just turn them chickens loose on them mats, don't you, Bull?
Oh, Wandy says people had a fit back in the 80s because they found out when they threw rice at weddings, birds died from ingesting it. Don't see rice at weddings now.
Pretty cool. I never knew that. It's hard to believe that rice would hurt the birds because the birds don't they digest food just like a chicken? I mean, they don't have stomachs, do they? Don't they have them crawl things?
I don't know, but Wesley took one of my
I had to dissect the bird and find out.
No. Wesley took one of my big red, not pots, but like something I use in the kitchen to put drinks in or whatever, and he put it over the anthill so the birds wouldn't get the rice.
Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to check that out. I'm going to check it every day and see if there's any more activity.
Otherwise, I would just go to Lowe's and just get some stuff and just kill them dead.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Good night, everybody.